fee. Just call the phone team at 866-735-2470 and tell them you want to join the team. 866-735-2470. One time, $10 fee. You can have your own business. Enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business, writing off your gas mileage and stamps and office and rent and all the tax benefits associated with having your own business. You can earn thank you checks as well. All for a one-time $10 fee. Of course, you can also just get your products at the wholesale price if you so desire. Okay, let's see here. Finishing up with a couple more things about hydrogen sulfide, the relaxing neurotransmitter. From a nutritional standpoint, get enough sulfur. Sulfur deficiency is very common. Meat, eggs, dairy, these are all good sources of sulfur. Beans, garlic, onions, if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, and you want to guarantee that you're getting enough sulfur. It seems to me like MSM sulfur is just the best way to make sure you're getting enough sulfur. It's really cheap. It's around, $16 for a month's supply. 1,000 milligrams a day is all you need. You'll get your MSM sulfur in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and various longevity products. Dr. Wallach has been hip to sulfur for many years. Cartilage products will contain sulfur. In fact, one of the neatest things about bone soup is it's got liquid sulfur. It's a source of liquid sulfur, liquefied sulfur. Make sure you get make sure the sulfur that you're getting is absorbed. Sulfur is one of the most common and underappreciated of the soil-based nutritional deficiencies. There's two main sulfur amino acids that require sulfur in the soil, cysteine and methionine. These are very, very important amino acids for building, for repair, for growth, for post-surgery, for folks in nursing homes, for people who are dealing with wasting away diseases, cachexia as it's called, C-H-E-X-I-A. That means wasting diseases. Cancer can cause these kinds of things. Sulfur is a prime building element, especially via these amino acids, and because they're not in the soils, the amino acids aren't in the plants don't make the protein, and on up the food chain it goes. I think that's all I'm going to say about hydrogen sulfide. I want to move into our third gas transmitters. There's three main gas hormones, gas transmitters as they call them: carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, and then the most famous of the gas hormones, the first one that was discovered not even that long ago I believe it was the 1980s they first realized that this stuff was actually a hormone. It's called nitric oxide. And most people, if they're hip to nutrition, have heard of this stuff, nitric oxide. These days there's a lot of products available on the internet, supplements available that supposedly work to support nitric oxide levels. You can boost your own nitric oxide with amino acids. We'll be talking about nitric oxide here for the next few days. And even though you hear lots of stuff about nitric oxide, it wasn't always that way. When I started studying nutrition in the early 1980s, no one really talked about nitric oxide. Nobody even knew about nitric oxide. Even scientists and biochemists didn't really know about nitric oxide. Certainly in pharmacy school, we didn't talk about nitric oxide. I graduated pharmacy school in 1986, and I don't believe we ever even mentioned nitric oxide. Nitric oxide and hydrogen sulfide and carbon monoxide, these gas transmitters are especially important for inflammation and anti-inflammation, especially important for pain, inflammation, anti-inflammation, and pain, and for the opening and closing of blood vessels. And between these two systems, between the blood system, the cardiovascular system, the heart and the blood system, and the inflammatory system, and the nervous systems, you're pretty much dealing with all of the places that nitric oxide and these other gas hormones work. Inflammation and pain, the blood vessel system, and then the brain and the nervous system. What makes these chemicals so important and so functional is their nature as a vapor, as a gas. And this allows them to cover large amounts of territory in a single puff, and it makes them ideal for emergencies. These gas hormones are emergency hormones. They're involved whenever the body has to have a quick reaction and doesn't need the brain involved. Nitric oxide and carbon monoxide and hydrogen sulfide work without the brain being involved. They work instantaneously. This makes them very important for emergency response. Remember, the body's made up of trillions and trillions of independent entities, independent animals that somehow get together to form the human body. And in order for the human body to be able to operate in this coherent fashion, in order for all of these 100 trillion cells or so to operate in a coordinated way to create a human body, you've got to have some kind of communication going on. Nitric oxide is a key player in this communication process. It's super functional. It's super ephemeral. It's here and then it's gone. Poof. just like a gas. That's one of the reasons why we didn't know about it until 30 or 40 years ago, even though it's got some tremendous biological activity. Nitric oxide is a gas, and it's a pollutant. It's part of air pollution, really. Just like hydrogen sulfide and carbon monoxide, nitric oxide is both a hormone, both a communicator in the body, and also a toxin in the environment, a pollutant in the environment. It's a byproduct of the internal combustion engine. It's a byproduct of industrial processes. It's produced in lightning storms. But inside the body, that's a totally different story. Inside the body, it is not a toxic gas at all. It's a magical breeze, a magical wind that is especially important, as I say, for the cardiovascular, for the heart and blood vessel system, for the blood, for the circulatory system. It relaxes the circulatory system. It's super cool stuff in a body that's filled with super high-tech stuff. Nitric oxide is among the most high-tech of the systems or of the chemicals in the body. It's got an amazing power, and considering the fact that it's so ephemeral, it's so here and there, it's so quickly deactivated, it's pretty amazing how powerful this stuff is. We've talked a lot about nitrogen as an energetic element. Nitrogen gives protein and amino acids. They're fundamental characteristics. Proteins and amino acids are the key components of life, and the reason they're the key components of life is because of this little element of nitrogen. At least one of the major reasons they're so important is because of this little explosive element, nitrogen. Biologists will tell you that the Earth is 4 billion years old, and for the first 500 million years, there was no life. There was nothing living on the planet. It was just a rock spinning around in space with some gases and some chemicals, some minerals. And it wasn't until 3.5 billion years ago that the living material, that life first appeared on Earth. Now, nobody really knows how this all happened, but as the theory goes, the first forms of life were basically, or the beginnings of life, they weren't really life, but the beginnings of life were these amino acids, these nitrogen compounds that came from volcanoes that mixed with various gases, sulfur and oxygen, and then combined with electrical energy from lightning, and between the nitrogen and sulfur from the volcanoes and oxygen that was in the atmosphere and lightning that kind of sparked into the sky periodically, boom, amino acids were formed. And from amino acids, it was a short jump to proteins, and proteins are the stars of the movie called Life, the Brad Pitts of the movie that we call Biological Life, and nitrogen is the star of protein. So protein is the star of life, and nitrogen is the star of protein. Nitrogen is the key element of life, and the proteins they form are basically combinations of carbon and oxygen with a little piece of nitrogen attached to them. We call carbon and oxygen and hydrogen a carbohydrate. You stick a little piece of nitrogen, boom, you got yourself a protein. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen is a carbohydrate. Stick a nitrogen onto that carb, and you got a protein. A protein is just basically a nitrogen plus a carbohydrate. All right, hang tight. We'll finish up when we come back from a break and take your calls as well.
Are you hungry for delicious, nutritious, rich, and satisfying home-cooked meals? Discover the Vita Clay 4-in-1 Smart Organic Cooker. Unglazed Zisha Clay, an ancient secret that makes this fast multi-cooker so special. Infusing your food with incredible flavors, perfect texture, vitamins, and minerals for your good health. It's a slow cooker, rice cooker, a steamer, plus a yogurt maker. Go to VitaClayChef.com and enter promo code RADIO20 for 20% off at checkout. That's VitaClayChef.com.
Managing your business and customers isn't easy, huh? SnapForce Customer Relationship Software may be just what you need. SnapForce CRM is a software solution that helps you manage everything important about your customers, from sales to marketing to service and support. All of your customer information is right there at your fingertips for easy access. It's time to take control of your business in a snap. Get your free trial at snapforce.com. That's SNAPFORCE.com. Snapforce.com.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
The knowledge of the ancients, tried and true, trusted herbs and extracts fused with the latest nutraceutical science. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. For the last 2 years, our team has been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to develop the ultimate nutraceutical formulation. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit ancientdefense.com or call 888-253-3139. That's ancientdefense.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average over 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE. 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
Okay, we're back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific, and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on the archive page at brightsideben.com. If you miss a program, you can just you can go over to brightsideben.com or pharmacistben.com or benfuchsarchives.com. They all have search engines. You can search for particular shows if you miss a program, or if you want to refer a friend or a loved one to a program to cover a various topic. I try to cover as many different topics on this program, even though they don't seem exactly nutritionally related. They all have something to do with the body. Nitric oxide and hydrogen sulfide are classic examples. They're not strictly nutritional, but they all have something to do with health. You're going to be hearing a lot about nitric oxide in the future. There's all kinds of information. There's a lot of information coming out now about the sun and nitric oxide, how you can actually upregulate nitric oxide production with the sun. I've been doing a lot of research on the sun here this winter. In fact, I posted on Facebook yesterday a neat article about the sun and weight loss. Sun exposure is a great way to suppress your appetite and to lose weight, in addition to helping you lower blood pressure, improve diabetes symptoms. There's all kinds of benefits with getting out in the sun. And a lot of the benefits from the sun have to do with upregulation or increasing the amount of nitric oxide in the body. Nitric oxide is a nitrogen-derived hormone, gas hormone. Nitrogen's super duper important. Nitrogen's involved, obviously, in the star of life, which is protein. Amino acids and protein are what they are.